At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Namaste, my name is Yogesh Raghupati, and you guys know about the Kolkata doctor, what happened with her. I don't want to repeat the same story again and again, because if I open my YouTube, I see the same story being repeated on every YouTube channel, or even on news channels. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense to repeat the same thing again. Okay, so what is the reason for doing this video? I'll explain you in detail. Okay, so you need to wait patiently, because here we will be addressing the root cause of the problem first. Second, we will be seeing the situational resolution, okay, which means a temporary solution for it. Third, a permanent solution or a long term solution which needs to be addressed. Okay, so let's come to the first thing, which is the root cause of the problem. Sorry. So in root cause of the problem, there are three things I consider in it. So a human being is made up of three gunas. We call it as three gunas, kind of behaviors, we can say. Correct me if I am wrong. And these three gunas are called tamas, sattva, and there is one more which is in between these two, that is rajas. Okay, so what is tamas? So tamas is a behavior where you have no idea about what is right and what is wrong. So you behave like with the desires you have, like with the instinct whatever you have. So in a simple example I can give you as an animal, where they have no idea about what is right, what is wrong. What comes in front of them, it's like a reaction to a reaction. Okay, so those kind of people are called as tamas, who have this guna, which is a very bad guna. Third is sattva. So sattva is the one who follows righteousness throughout their whole life, even they have very strong desires. Those people are called sattva. I mean, who follow sattvic life, kind of, you can say monk life. And in between those two is rajas, the one who have desires. He or she knows what is right and what is wrong. And for example, there is a situation happened, and they know it is a wrong thing, so they want to raise voice but they don't. Okay, so in this place, if there is a sattvic person, he will raise the voice. Okay, because that is a wrong that needs to be pointed out. So this is a difference. All right, so let's divide these three things, these three gunas, into, like, just categorize this. Okay, these three gunas based on the situation we have with the Kolkata incident, what happened. So the first one is, as I said, tamas. In this, the person whom we are calling as a scapegoat, okay, let him consider as a tamas, who is full of tamas behavior. Okay, so these type of guys are just blindly follow the life. Okay, they don't care about anyone's feelings. They just roam here and there. Laziness, inactivity, they don't know the work, they don't give value to people, they don't work properly. So these people are called tamas. Okay, second, let's consider that principal of that hospital. Okay, that guy knows what is right and wrong. Okay, but still he does the wrong part. Okay, just like for example, he hides up the story, the real story what happened. Okay, he tells his representatives as a suicide. Okay, so you guys know what happened, so we will consider that guy as a rajas. And third, sattva. Let's consider abhaya as sattva. She is a righteous person. Okay, so she wants to do good and she leads a very good life. Okay, if we divide these people into these three categories, then we can identify the root cause of this situation. We need to first understand the root cause of the rape that happens. Okay, and see, I will be not going in depth of it, because if I go in depth of it, then I need to create a separate video for this part. Okay, so I'll address just the main points so that you will get some idea. Okay, first thing, to understand the root cause of it, we need to first see the stats of rape cases that happen worldwide, making sure that which comes the highest country with the highest cases and with the lowest cases, the country with the lowest cases. So when we have this list, then we can able to identify what that particular country is doing to avoid cases. And there are other factors as well that will affect the count of rape cases, because of the population of the country, area of the country. Okay, there are many factors to it which we can able to identify it. Okay, second is, if you notice the recent incidents that happen, I mean the rape cases or any violence against women, you will find a most common factor, the most common factor, and that is most of the accused are low class people. Okay, now you would be like questioning, no, that's not right, even there are high class people, middle class people who does that. Okay, I'm not concluding this one as saying that most of the cases are done by, most of the accused are low class people, but if you observe the pattern, most of the cases are like, most of the cases that revolve around these low class people. Okay, so we will go step by step. So we need to understand the mindset of this low class people, how they are. Okay, that's where the tamas comes in, as I said, because they don't know what is right and wrong. In short, they need to be educated, then they should be educated. These two things matter a lot, upbringing and the atmosphere they're in. That's what shapes their character, behavior and everything. Mostly the middle class and high class people are knowledgeable and they know what is right and wrong. Okay, and they know where, how they should behave at workplace, at some party or at some like corporate function. They know it, how they need to behave. Okay, but still they're in their own space. Okay, their mindset is completely different, because they do have some desires, right? It can be any desire. You are getting what I'm trying to say? Okay. And these people do commit crime. Okay. But usually the middle class get caught, but the high class won't, because he knows the loopholes. He knows how to hide himself from government. There are many things. Even this can go, I mean, this can go to a completely a big video. Okay. So as I said, even these things matter for middle class and high class, who have different mindset, who have different atmosphere around them, different upbringing. So usually most of the cases or crimes happen because of these people are very less compared to the one I have mentioned, the low class people. Okay. So the third thing is sattvic people, just how I said, monk life. So these people are completely a different, I mean, you can call them as sannyasi in simple words. Okay. So they live a completely a different life altogether, and there is no possibility of, I don't want to spell it because I don't want to like demean them. So they are completely different people. They are pure sattvic. But as I said, we all people have sattvic, rajas guna, tamas guna. Okay. And there is a possibility that sattvic people do have tamas and rajas, but maybe less than what we are thinking about. The third thing which I would like to bring it to your attention, that is money, power, and sex. Okay. So let see how these three things fit into the categories that I mentioned, which is low class, middle class, high class, and sattvic people. Okay. Let's consider only low class, middle class, and high class, because I don't think sattvic people come into this category. So keep them aside. I mean, pure sattvic people, I mean to say. So low class, if they get caught, okay, they don't have money, they don't have power. Okay. And this is the reason why they are indulged in those, in such activities. Okay. See, one more thing I want to mention it clearly. I don't want to demean low class people. People can take me in a wrong way. I don't have any grudges or anything like with for low class people. I'm just taking in it in a major perspective. Okay. Because of the atmosphere they live in. Okay. I'm not against anyone. Okay, low class, middle class, or high class. I'm just telling the atmosphere they're in. Okay. There are few people who have high tamas. Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. They don't have enough money, they don't have enough power, and sex is the reason why they get indulged. The desires, this, they have strong desires which they want to express it, but they take other paths. All right. Which is rape or anything like that, violence against women. Okay. So since they don't have money, power, if they had very good money, obviously they will bribe the policeman or someone, and they will hide the case. Second, if they don't have money but they have power, in that case also they can, with the power they have, like this scapegoat, the access to every room in the hospital. Okay. So this is, I can say, as a, I can give you example as a power. Okay. And this is the reason why this is the reason why the situation right now, everything is being manipulated. Okay. So yes, as I said, if they don't have power, they can't do anything. Okay. That is what with low class. And the middle class and high class, coming to the middle class, okay, they have the money, but depends how you define the middle class. Okay, so possibly if they have money, they can hide the case. There is a possibility of uh, getting escaped from this situation of whatever they have done. And when it comes to high class, I don't have to say it, they have money, they have power, they have everything. I'm not demeaning them, but there is a possibility have they have the money, wealth, highest wealth, so they can commit crime and they can get away from it, which is not possible for the when it comes to low class people, which is the reason why most of the cases you can see it is done, the most of the accused are low class people, be it Nirbhaya, Bareli case, or there are many cases, be it like Disha case, and now this one. And there is one more recently came into notice, a nurse got raped while returning from hospital, and this was the case of 30th July, which came into light after 20 days or something. Right now you can that is being circulated everywhere. So this is what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you consider these case, the person behind every case is a low class guy, okay, which who have very high tamas guna. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. So these are the root causes of the problem which we need to notice it. So next thing, at individual level, okay, fourth point you can say, men and women. When it comes to at individual level, I'll go with first women. Okay, not everyone, please don't take it to heart, not everyone. Okay, so there are some women, okay, possibly even you can say as low class or middle class, you can divide that into low class, middle class and high class. Okay, they see, even they do have a very strong desire. I know what I'm you know what I'm talking about. So this, or cleavage or anything, okay, they want to show it up because that will help them to that will help them to get more likes, that will release high dopamine. Okay, so these kind of women has to change, and we can't do anything about it. It's about the upbringing or the situation around them. I can give you the example as sex racket, which is being run by, sometimes a woman itself is run by a sex scandal. You know about it, you can watch it in many movies. Okay, being a woman they do that. Okay, so this is the negative part of a woman. It's, I'm saying it again, not every woman, not all women, which applies similar thing applies to men as well. Okay, so when it comes to men, they do have different fantasies, even women have different fantasies. Okay, and there is one thing I want to mention here particularly. I heard about this, there is something called rape fantasy as well. Okay, and I know there are many other fetishes as well. There is BDSM, there is femdom, and maybe I need to list it out. Okay, so in this, the one who regularly involved in these fantasies, the men, I am saying it, particularly men, okay, they tend to change, they tend to change their mindset. Okay, Okay, they eventually their mindset gets changed, and that takes them to a wrong path. Okay, so for example, photography. Okay, most of the men or women came to know about photography. Maybe women, I'm not sure, there is a possibility, right? But most of the men came to know about the sex photography. Okay, so that needs to be changed. Okay, so I mean, I can go on to get into depth of this. There are many things that needs to be addressed when it comes to at individual level. So the next biggest thing is, we are done with root cause of the problem. Okay, now we will go with situational resolution. All right, so what is a situational resolution? We will take the examples of the we will take the example of the current situation itself, what happened with the Kolkata doctor incident. Okay, so when it comes to situational resolution, first and foremost, there should be a transparency. So what does it mean? Transparency as in, there should be a representative from victim's family who knows in and out whatever is happening in the court or in the custody. Okay, that is what when it comes to transparency. Because I saw a recent video clip where the father of victim has no idea what is happening in the custody or what is happening in the code or whatever. That needs to be rectified, because if a victim's family doesn't know what is happening, then how do they get justice? Just tell me that. If they don't know anything about what is happening, then we public have no idea. We will just spread the rumors whatever we are hearing there, and that concludes as a fake news when we come to know about the real truth, right? So that is one thing, transparency. Next is, this is a very important thing. Even I'm very glad that Mr. Narendra Modi has mentioned this, that he just told that just how every news channel, every YouTube channel, social media publishes this news of rape and whatever violence against women happens, right? So similarly, the punishment should also be like broadcasted everywhere, so that the fear will instill in the monster and he will never think of doing it again. Okay,
है। लेकिन जब ऐसे राक्षसी मनोवृत्ति व्यक्ति को सजा होती है तो वो खबरों में कहीं नजर नहीं आती, एक कोने में कहीं पड़ा रहता है। अब समय की मांग है कि जिनको सजा होती है उसकी व्यापक चर्चा हो, ताकि ऐसा पाप करने वालों को भी डर।
so the fear needs to be instilled in that monster. Okay, be it a man or woman, it can be woman as well. Okay, because there is a story, one more story circulating in this Kolkata doctor case, that a woman was also involved in this. Okay, intern who is a woman. Okay, so if we get into these details, you will get more confused. Okay, so let's not get into that. Okay, so the third thing is, once before going to the third part, as I said, it should be broadcasted everywhere. For example, in Saudi Arabia, they execute the people in publicly whoever commits crime. They have a different laws. Okay, that needs to be brought here. All right, and as I said, let's come to the third part. Third part is prevention. What is the prevention? I mean, what are the precautions you are taking once this incident is happened in that particular place, in that area, wherever the situation happened? What measures government is taking so that women can feel safe out there? Okay, this is very important, that needs to be addressed. So those three things needs to be addressed when it comes to temporary solution or say situational resolution. One is transparency, second is hardcore punishment that needs to be broadcasted so that a fear can instill in the monster. Third thing, as I said, prevention or precaution that needs to be taken so that in that particular area so that it won't happen again. Okay, so this is a situational resolution I'm trying to say to you. Next thing, in the situational resolution there are many situational resolution we can implement. To address that, we need to see what implementations are done by the other countries to prevent such incidents what happened with women. Okay, that we need to check the solution in other countries what they have done. So as I said, even that can go into a different video.